In the heart of the bustling city, nestled between skyscrapers and the city's rhythm, there was a quaint little cafe called Brood Stories. At the heart of this cozy haven was Kevin, a quiet and introverted man who found solace in the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the comforting hum of the espresso machine. One fine day, as the doorbell tinkled, Kevin's gaze lifted from the book he was reading to meet the eyes of an enchanting barista with Olivia written on a name tag. With her warm smile and eyes that sparkled like sunlight on a tranquil lake, she brought an unexpected warmth to the cafe's ambience. Olivia too had noticed Kevin, sitting in his usual corner, engrossed in a book or his laptop. She had wanted on several occasions to strike up a conversation with him. But one work-related event or the other averted her from doing so. One sunny day as Kevin walked into the cafe and approached the counter to place his order, he saw a tray of freshly baked muffins displayed on the counter.
Beware of them, they tend to make the person who eats them talk for hours,
announced Olivia with a smile, walking in to take his order. Amused and intrigued, he asked her for a regular cappuccino and then, unable to resist, inquired about the muffins.
"Oh, those muffins are a chatty bunch. They're on a mission to spread laughter and joy. Just be careful, once you pop them they might incite you to crack a joke or two."
Taken aback by the sudden banter, Kevin managed to produce a shy smile.
"I'd like to try one."
Seeing him trying to abate his reluctance, Olivia slyly whispered,
"And do you know, it's the coffee beans who encourage the muffins in doing so."
Somewhat with a blank expression on his face, Kevin looked at her.
"Because they truly know how to espresso themselves."
Their insuppressible laughter reverberated through the store, enhancing its overall vibe. From that day forward, Olivia would steal a few moments from her busy barista schedule to chat with Kevin. Their conversations flowed effortlessly, like a smooth espresso pour. In those stolen moments, the cafe transformed into a sanctuary where two souls found solace in each other's company. Kevin had been looking for a job from the time he had been laid off from his previous employment several months ago. But with the recent slowdown in the economy, finding any position was getting harder by the day. He spent most of his time at the cafe searching and applying for them on his laptop. Portraying an anxious look over his face, he would sit for hours, sipping his coffee and running his fingers across his laptop's keyboard. But when things began to appear too gloomy, he would take a breather by looking up and searching for the sight to soothe his sore eyes. One glimpse of Olivia's mesmerizing smile was all it took for his heart to raise its spirit. He could have spent hours gazing at her almost divine disposition if staring would have been considered socially acceptable. Olivia had also noticed the recent change in Kevin's demeanor but felt hesitant to ask him straightforward. She would often approach him with a cup of frothy cappuccino in one hand and place the other on his shoulder, and she would place the cup in front of him while delving into the adjoining seat. As the days turned into weeks, Kevin found himself looking forward to Olivia's presence more and more. Yet, he hesitated to express the feelings growing within him. Olivia, on the other hand, started to sense a connection that went beyond the steaming cups of coffee they shared. She would pray every day and earnestly hope that Kevin would find success in whatever he was looking for. One evening, as Kevin walked through the cafe door, Olivia saw an entirely different expression on his face. There seemed to be a glow on his forehead where once stood several lines shadowing his otherwise charming disposition. In his hands was a bouquet of exquisitely arranged flowers with several roses protruding from its corners. As he approached the coffee counter, her heart raced with anticipation.
"This is for you."
And he offered the bouquet to her.
"What's this for?"
she asked with a flutter of excitement in her tone. Kevin's eyes dipped a little. With a hue of blush on his face, and after a deep breath, his words tumbled out in a rush.
"For your smile."
Olivia looked at him with a blank stare.
"Your smile brightens my day, and your laughter is music to my ears."
Now it was Olivia's turn to blush a little. But she was still a little puzzled about the sudden transformation in him. So she forged ahead.
"But you didn't have to bring me flowers just to tell me that."
Kevin reached out in his pocket and took out a folded note. He opened the note and placed it on the counter. With a baffled gaze, she picked up the note and read it silently. It was an appointment letter for a position at a tech company stating Kevin's name in bold letters.
You got it!
She spoke exuberantly.
And it's all thanks to you. I don't know how, but I know it had everything to do with you.
A smile spread across Olivia's face, her eyes shining with joy. At that moment, surrounded by the comforting aroma of coffee and the soft hum of two hearts singing the same tune, they both shared a gaze filled with their true feelings for each other.